Fort Worth. It's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They face second down and 7. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's to the right, caught by Sanders.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. He's inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown Cowboys. It's his 4th touchdown of the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Going to go right back to Henry. And he's in! Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Dallas.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week, Mike, and we asked him, we said, can you put your finger on what went wrong last week for what was a pretty rough outing? And he said, if I'm being honest, I didn't have my best week of practice. I practiced much better this week, and I'm expecting it to carry forward into the game. If he can continue to get better, and they can show that they can win when he doesn't have his best stuff. If he plays a cleaner game, this is going to be a tough team to beat.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. 3rd and 9. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. On 4th down, it's hammer time. The Scottish hammer. Jamie Gillen on to kick. Back deep, it's Ricky Pearsall. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Penix. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's another Cowboys.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll twist his way to a good run. A pickup of 7 yards. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Penix. And he'll take it on in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run with Dobbins. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. To throw is McCarthy. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
He'll work forward for a couple. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Barkley. Barkley's got the 1st down and more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. So a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, it's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment.
Ready up.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set. Set, go.
Throwing is Penix. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. 1st down as they do it on the ground.
That's another Cowboys first
They'll throw. It's Penix. He runs with it. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Michael Penix. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The motion man is Nakua. Now it's Dobbins.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. There's Jamie Gillen on now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again here with Henry. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. On the handoff, it's Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, here's Henry. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
A run, this is Gilliam. And he did not want to go down. Good running, manages to gain 5. They'll run with Gilliam. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. The big fella, Quentin Williams, forcing his way in for the sack. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Saquon Barkley. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. He'll manage only a couple. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Cooks going in motion. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. We'll try and hurry to the line here. On 2nd down, Barkley. And that'll go for a gain of about 4 with Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. 3rd and 5. They'll run the toss to Barkley. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this.
Okay, Ready.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Penix. That's caught. Travis Kelce. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Dallas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. They always say, Greg, that's a dangerous throw to make, but they executed for the touchdown.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where it's like, no, yes, right? It's the ball comes out of his hand, and everybody on the sidelines holding their breath. That is the cardinal rule. Never throw the ball back across the middle of the field, but sometimes you get away with it. In this case, results in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Pass brought in by Chark.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coach.